Deshaun Watson, unfortunately, is out. What's next? What's the next domino to fall? We saw DTR in this game. Did not look very well. Did not look good. Didn't play very well. Excuse me, you should say that. Didn't play very well. And some of the same things that battled, some of the things that really held you back offensively, you still saw. You still saw the meme that went viral. Go check it out on at GBush91 on Twitter. Jed Wills just turning around. Which way did he go? Which way did he go? You still got that stuff. You still got Jerry Jeudy upset he's not getting targets. You still got a playbook that looks like it lacks any explosiveness, and you still got the end up result with the Browns lose. So through the rest of the year, there's guys that are going to be auditioning for their position. And hypothetically, if you're Andrew Berry and you're going into the office with Mr. Haslam, and you want to make the case why I should be the guy moving forward and why I am the GM for this organization to get us through this point. Because, by the way, you're looking at a guy. See, when you got to have a general, there's a difference between being a wartime general and a peacetime guy, right? It's different mindsets. Right now, we need to be on the field. Now it's about building. Now it's about, okay, I need to switch my mindset, not to get guys and prepare them for today. We need to start identifying guys that are going to carry us in the future. So it's kind of difficult to kind of jump back and forth. But if you Andrew Berry, you're going to have to, you come in and you say, look at this, Jimmy. Let me be honest with you. The one thing that my front office has shown is the previous regime, they drafted Baker Mayfield. When we got here, Baker was already here. It became evident through our meetings with each other, through our analytics department, through our scouting department, that we did not feel Baker Mayfield was going to be the quarterback of the future moving forward. But what we were able to do was we were able to pivot. We were able to pivot. We were able to move money around. We were able to sign some of our key players that were still in their prime, and we still were able to go out and identify a stopgap measure as it may. Now, Deshaun Watson was a group decision. Everybody in the organization thought that was the move we should do, and the best available decision at the time. Not only did our scouting department say that, but Atlanta, New Orleans, Miami, multiple other teams felt the same way we did about Deshaun Watson. We had unforeseen situations. We didn't bank on the 11-game suspension. We didn't bank on the fact that he would have that season-ending shoulder injury, and we didn't bank on the fact that he would have the season-ending Achilles heel surgery. With that being said, that kind of derailed what we were doing. However, what we were able to do, because of our cap situation and because we were able to manipulate the cap, we were still able to field a team and field a competitive team, and we still were able to, without those draft picks that we gave up, still amass a roster where we were still able to go to playoffs a year, which we had 5 quarterbacks starting, and that's a testament to the depth and the guys that we did pick off the street. If you want to give credit for something, we were the guys. We had a multitude of guys that are in. We had DTR, we had PJ Walker, we had a lot of those guys, but it was us who went out and got Joe Flacco. We went out and got Joe Flacco and brought him in that got us to the playoffs. So that was something that we did as well. Another thing, you want to talk about some of the guys that we didn't hit on, but we will talk about the guys that we did hit on. Let's talk about the simple fact that, Martin Emerson, he had a down year this year, but he was a steal out of the 3rd or 4th round. We gave you JOK, who's an elite linebacker right now. He's a guy that is going to be on the books, right? And we got him, and we signed him to a long-term contract. We signed Grant Delpit to a long-term deal. We feel like he's safety of the future moving forward. We talked about those guys, and we've done a good job. And Jerome Ford is a guy who stepped in, was unexpected from Nick Chubb, and so these are all guys that we've signed, that we've allocated. We get our 1st-round draft picks back, and now we know what we need to do. We know what we need to do. I was able to make the move for Amari Cooper. We got a third round pick from that. We only paid a 5th for it, right? So we got extra compensation from that. So we have a number of holes that we do have on our team, but we have a lot of guys with the continuity of the people that we got. The most important position is quarterback. We're putting all our resources towards quarterback. And I think that it's best that when we get a quarterback this time, we need a quarterback that fits into what people are doing now. And Jimmy, you're a guy, you're down in Tennessee. You see the way they throw the ball down there in the SEC. Even Alabama, a ground and pound team with Jalen Milroe is throwing the football. That's the new way to go. I know it didn't necessarily work with Deshaun Watson because we were trying to marry two different philosophies. And Kevin's philosophy was great for what Kevin did. But, I mean, we're looking at an opportunity to start fresh, to make your imprint. And what better way to come into that stadium with a young quarterback throwing the ball all over an indoor facility. That's right, indoor facility. That's already in the works. And guess what? We can get the coach, we can get the coordinator, and we can get the people around that when we step foot in Brook Park, boy, I tell you, we're going to have one of the best passing games in an advantage that we have not seen here, and we're going to be electrical on the turf. We just need the opportunity to be here to make that choice. That was convincing. You appeal to Jimmy's, want of the passing game. It's been evident Jimmy wants to pass that football, right? It's been evident. It's evident that he's going to have the stadium. And what new way to come into a new stadium than with a young, athletic, shiny new quarterback to sell all them jerseys? Or you can keep Kevin Stefanski and run ground and pound. Which do you think Jimmy's going to want to run? That was my case for Andrew Berry. Did you like it? Was it something that you think Jimmy Haslam would have ear to? Let me know in the comment section below.